Yes, Master.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. I'm your host Ramon Azab, aka Remon with Team Skunk. And today we got a real interesting update. Hasn't been a lot going on in the game since middle of December really, so not much to speak about except a bunch of new Zeta abilities that we're looking at and just kind of trying to figure out. But really not much content has come out, so exciting to see that there's a new event and two new characters. So we have Director Krennic and Death Trooper. These powerful Imperial characters have a great synergy together and are specialized in taking out rebels. Now, Director Krennic is a potent support character that uses powerful debuffs against his foes, including all new debuff Stagger. This debuff is inflicted using his Death Trooper Assault ability and removes 100% turn meter when staggered enemies take damage. When Director Krennic uses his experimental weaponry ability, he will inflict a different type of debuff on each type of character, such as stunning attackers, inflicting ability block on healers, and placing buff immunity on tanks. Death Trooper is a powerful attacker and the perfect addition to a squad with Director Krennic in it. Whenever the Death Trooper scores a critical hit, he and Director Krennic recover health. The Death Trooper's grenade ability removes all buffs from the enemies and inflicts healing immunity on them, punishing squads that rely on buffs. Terminate is the Death Trooper's most powerful ability, guaranteeing a critical hit if the enemy has any debuffs on them and making them unable to revive if defeated by it once upgraded. Unlock both of these powerful new units in all new Special Operations Marquee event. And that's what's come up here. So get ready to earn shards for Director Krennic and one of his Death Troopers in the all-new limited time event. Throughout this 4-phase event, you will have the chance to play with Director Krennic and Death Trooper and later battle against them. If you manage to defeat Krennic and Death Troopers, you will be rewarded with a chance to unlock them both. These Special Operations events each have multiple tiers of difficulty and will be available starting at level 20. These events can only be completed once. Okay, so you're basically going to, be able to get into battle here to, unlock both Death Trooper and Director Krennic. And they also made mention in the recent update that there's going to be a Citadel pack that's going to be available during the 4th tier of the event, where we'll be able to purchase the remaining shards to 7-star the characters. So, pretty interesting stuff. The event has popped up here. We do just want to take a quick look at the Death Trooper and Krennic themselves. So, really cool looking characters. Very excited. Definitely been waiting for Death Trooper for quite a period of time here. Looking forward to seeing what he can do. And Director Krennic also looks really cool as well. Seems like they have a really cool synergy. Did get a chance to take a look at some of their abilities, and that unique that Krennic has here, which eventually gets a 10% critical damage for each debuffed enemy and 10% critical damage for each rebel enemy, can really add a ton of damage to both him and Death Trooper, since they both get these bonuses. That's really a great ability, and I'm looking forward to seeing what these characters look like maxed out. So let's go on over to the events tab here, and we're going to take a look at the first tier here of the Krennic event. Now, we're going to get to borrow Director Krennic here and use his leader ability, which is Empire allies gain 10% critical chance and 10% potency. Debuffed enemies who are critically hit during an Empire ally's turn suffer ability block for 1 turn. This effect can't be resisted. So we're going to use him with a traditional Empire squad. I'm going to run Palpatine lead as well as Vader. Then we're going to use, let's see here, we'll use TIE Fighter pilot, and we'll use Shore Trooper. And then for the 5th, we will go with, let's use Grand Moff Tarkin. this should be pretty interesting. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what their animations look like. I mean, Krennic just looks pretty cool, and he's got a great synergy with the Death Trooper, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they both look like together. I mean, this is just easy peasy here. AoE should take care of these characters. Alright, so now we're taking on Rey here. Okay, so Rey should be out of here. Now we'll just do a basic attack with him. We'll taunt with Shore Trooper. We'll do a basic here with Vader. Hopefully getting Krennic a turn here at some point. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to use his Death Trooper Assault, which deals special damage to all enemies with a 40% chance to inflict stagger for 2 turns. If Death Trooper is present, he's called to assist. So let's try this out. Okay, it's an AoE attack. Looks pretty cool. Kind of like Phasma's Fusillade. Alright, now let's go ahead and take out Embo here. And then we'll take out Sunfac. And that completes the first tier of the event. So, pretty cool. 5 Krennic shards. Ooh, 5. Okay, that's pretty cool. Especially for the first tier. Looking forward to seeing what you get for the next one. Alright, so again, we're rolling with a 4-star Krennic here and the rest of the Empire squad. Let's see what he can do now. Looking to get to some of these harder battles here. This is going to be pretty easy again. So once we get to tier 4, hopefully we'll have a little bit more of a challenge, but still pretty cool to be getting shards. Let's just AoE attack here with the stun. Just eliminate them. I get another 5 Krennic shards, so we're at 10 of 50 now. And there's 2 more tiers here, so we should have, I guess, 20 shards by the end of this, which is pretty cool. Oh, now we're going to use a 7-star Krennic, Gear 11. Okay. That's pretty excellent. Hopefully he's a little faster, because the Krennic so far has not been able to go, other than that one attack in the first match. So, alright, again, I'm going to use an AoE attack here. We'll try to chip away at the wedge here, get him off the board. Get rid of these folks, these jokesters here. And we'll taunt with Shore Trooper. We'll do a basic here with Vader. Take out Royal Guard. Take out Sunfac. Now again, we're going to use Krennic. We're going to use his second special attack, which is Experimental Weaponry. Deal special damage to target enemy and inflict debuff based on what type of character they are, whether it's a healer / support, a tank, or an attacker. If target is a rebel, also inflict speed down for 1 turn. Okay, so we don't have any rebels here, so let's just shoot Rey with this and see what happens. Ooh, stuns. Okay. Now we're going to use Grand Moff Tarkin's AoE attack. Take Rey off the board, and then finish up Embo as well. And then move on to the last tier, which should be the hardest. Let's see. 5 Krennic shards again. Hopefully we get enough Krennic shards to unlock them by the end of the event. I think we will, but still cool. I mean, I'd like to, try him out even in Galactic Wars, just to, see how he can do, even at a low star level right off the bat. Looks like the event's going to be running for a couple of weeks, so, at the end of it, hopefully get an opportunity to, 7-star both, Krennic and Death Trooper, depending on the cost, of course, but, we'll see. Not quite sure how much these Citadel packs are going to cost. I'm hoping that they're on the cheaper side. Again, by that I mean, like, at least, a few hundred crystals, or maybe 500, 600, 700 crystals would be great. If they're charging over 1,000 crystals for each pack, it's going to become very expensive, especially if they're only giving us a 3-star, a 3-star Krennic and 2-star Death Trooper to start with. Alright, so now we're going to use Krennic's basic attack, which is test their defenses. Deal special damage to target enemy with a 55% chance to inflict tenacity down for 2 turns. Okay. Alright, success. So now we're going to the final encounter here. We're going to use intimidation tactics here. Then we're going to use the AoE attack. Shoot a basic here on Rey. Okay, now we're going to chip away here at Royal Guard. Great. Okay, I'm going to use a basic here on Rey to ability block her. Going to shock Sunfac. Going to eliminate Qui-Gon. And then now we're going to use Death Trooper Assault again, which inflicts stagger. Okay, so we've got stagger here. Loses 100% turn meter if damaged by attack. So we can choose which character is going to lose the turn meter. Being that Embo has more turn meter, let's do a basic on Embo here. You can see he loses 100% turn meter. Now because Rey still has stagger here, we'll do a basic on her. And she'll lose her turn meter as well. That's pretty cool. So you can kind of, pick and choose whose turn meter you're going to reduce based on your next move. So gives you an opportunity, just a little bit more strategy. And now we're going to use this again, a second special attack, which with Rey should stun her. So let's see. And it does. Okay. And let's take her out. And that'll do it. So, pretty cool event. I mean, again, I feel like there's been a lull in content a little bit. Oh, 10 shards this time. Okay, so that's 25. Yeah, it's 25 Krennic shards. So, halfway to the 50 to unlock them. 55k credits. Okay, not bad. Glad to be on my way with this character. But again, there's been kind of, like I said, a lull in content, so, we definitely need some more events like this. Hopefully, maybe even some new game modes. Personally, I think, we could, definitely do with some 2v2 or, guild versus guild or, some sort of live PvP or, maybe some sort of new format for tournaments or, I mean, really anything. I mean, there's tons of different things. Some sort of a gauntlet would be really cool, where we just, get to use our whole roster against, a gauntlet of enemies. That'd be great. Again, I think there's a lot of ways they can go with it, but we definitely need some new content that's recurring constantly in the game, because it's been a while. And, ships kind of felt like, obviously a huge addition to the game, but it also feels kind of like a separate portion of the game. It's not really adding content to the existing game modes or the existing characters that we have. So it'd be cool to see, like I said, a new game mode or a new feature that's added to the game. But really cool. Looking forward to the Death Trooper event in 2 days, which will be the second Special Operations event. And that'll be in about 2 days to earn Death Trooper shards. So I'm looking forward to that. And then we'll have all the way through Tier 4. I'm gonna do probably videos for each one of them, and I also have some new content coming out pretty soon for ships, and I should be getting access to some of these characters maxed out on a dev account from EA. So I'll be able to show you guys a little bit of a better look at what these characters look like at maximum capabilities pretty soon. So hoping to get that stuff out ASAP. As always, I appreciate you guys checking out the video. Thank you very much, and may the Force be with you. I'll see you on the next one.
Yes, Master.